Good afternoon, viewers. We are back with another game, this time Quiplash 2. I am Build-A-Wall.
I am Broccoli.
And I am the Bidenator.
We are going to be competing against each other to see who can achieve the highest score.
The game will each give us prompts with a blank space for two of us to fill in, while the remaining player will vote based on the two answers without knowing who made each answer. There are 3 prompts for us in for the first 2 rounds. Then the third round has all of us answering the same prompt.
For the viewer's convenience, we have cut out the sections where we are inputting answers on our mobile devices, since there's nothing interesting to see.
If we're still cutting out things that aren't interesting, then we should also cut out Joe.
Nobody's getting cut out. Besides, we are getting ready to see our answers.
I can't wait to see what comical antics you two will be coming up with along with my funny answers.
Let's get started now.
That is a good idea.
A pull-string toy of the Bidenator would definitely say,
Hey, that's me.
where am I? And don't Joe there, laugh track. The one on the left is more realistic, but the one on the right is more like a sitcom situation, so I think that is funnier.
Oh man, maybe I'll get it next time instead.
You'll have more chances to score points for sure, as long as the answers you come up with are better.
And speaking of which, if he messed up his shot, Luke Skywalker's backup plan to destroy the Death Star was to die or suicide bomb it.
These are basically the exact same answer, so there's not much reason to pick one over the other.
Yeah, well, I'm going to anyway. I picked suicide bomb.
That's right. I knew my answer would be far superior. Thank you for proving me right yet again.
Anytime, Donald.
If you two are done, I'd like to move on. Why is the panda so red? He got hunted or it's embarrassed. One of these implies he's been killed, which, although makes sense, is distressing, while the other is a pun on the word bear, so I have to pick that one.
Yet another score for the Donald. Suck it, Joe. I'm better than both of you.
Although your score may be higher, I got more voters than you, so I'm better when you really think about it.
I was hoping we could get through a whole video, much less 2 minutes without politics, but that went away now.
That's all right. We can just focus on me being in the lead while the Bidenator has 0 points and probably will not get any more.
I'll prove you wrong, Wall Boy. It's time for round 2 for a comeback of the century.
You certainly have a lot of confidence for someone with literally no points.
I'll back up my confidence with hard facts once these prompts start coming up.
Speaking of which, the round is starting.
I'll start this one. A new exciting rule for Monopoly: pass, go, and collect. HIV or a small loan of $1 million. HIV is not really something you want to get, so I'm going to have to pick the $1 million since I have experienced that firsthand.
So much for that comeback, Joe.
Nobody asked, plus I'm president, plus ratio.
You might as well fall asleep like usual since you're not winning regardless.
An inappropriate time to wear a tuxedo. At an orgy or during surgery. I have to say both of these happened to me, and the surgery was less weird, so I can't go for that.
I wish I could fall asleep like you can, so I didn't have to hear that.
I would give all my points away to erase that image in my head.
I hope the next prompt is far less disgusting so we can all forget all of that.
A sign that you're slowly morphing into former U.S. President Jimmy Carter. You start joeing their laugh track, or when you start sucking at your job. That answer is a repeat, but it is funny, so I'm inclined to pick it.
Oh yeah, I'm going to start joeing it when I put on my tuxedo.
Joe, I need you to check yourself into the nearest morgue and never come out again.
Yeah, for real, you're acting strange this episode.
Why, what did I do?
Forget the game. We need to focus on Joe getting his medication again, since he clearly needs it.
I can't forget when I'm making my comeback after you got no points.
Let's just finish the game since we're almost done. The final round is starting, and I hope this is something that won't end up being disgusting or painful to listen to.
I will also reiterate, because Joe probably doesn't remember what Barack said at the beginning of the video. This round has us answering the same prompt. We have to make something interesting with the acronym given.
I have a good idea in my head about what my answer will be.
You haven't had a good idea in your head since you were born, so I doubt that.
Anyway, let's see what we came up with.
This is an absolute mockery of my character, and I hate you both.
Take that, idiot. I told you I had a good idea.
LMAO Joe. That's great, how we both came up with the same type of an answer.
You'll both be hearing from my lawyers before this game is even done.
I think your lawyers are busy on your other court appearances, and even then what we wrote isn't illegal, even if you disagree.
Hey, why isn't the round ending as quickly this time?
I'm not voting for those answers. I'm making you both wait until the round is over.
Oh, come on, it was just a joke.
You're about to get sued for everything you have, so get joked on.
Didn't you lose $5 million in a lawsuit recently, or was that a joke too?
That was different, and you two are going to lose way more than that when I'm done with you.
The only losing that's going on is you two, since I'm going to have more points than either of you by the end of this round.
The game is no longer my focus. Revenge due to these terrible insults is the only thing I can focus on.
I think Weight Watchers might also be a good focus for you, but I'm in better shape than both of you, so what do I know?
Joe, you're like Jon Snow in that you know nothing.
Wow, I never thought Donald Trump would ever make a reference to a book that wasn't titled The Art of the Deal.
What do you mean by a book? I was referencing Game of Thrones, the HBO television series. I don't know about any books besides my own.
I think it's best we ignore Donald not being aware of Game of Thrones' origins and play another game before he gets his lawsuits ready.
How about this? If Joe pardons me in my court appearances that are happening, I'll retract my lawsuits.
How about you pardon D's nuts?
I think that answers your idea very well.
I'll make sure Joe's will be taking him for everything he has, but not before we play Quiplash to prove my dominance.
Enough about your lawsuits. The game is going to be starting back up now.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to win.
The first prompt. A good sign your mechanic is ripping you off is that he says you need a new, what Joe talking about, laugh track or car? I have to say I'm not laughing, and car makes much more sense here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm coming back just like I thought I would be. Get wrecked, everyone who isn't me.
It's too early in the game to be celebrating since it's only been one answer.
It's going to be more than one answer when I keep winning, unlike you two.
Anyway, let's get back to the game. An odd thing to discover upon arriving in heaven, Tuesdays nights are blank night, Satan or burrito. I do think burrito night makes a better contrast to Taco Tuesday, but Satan night is a funnier idea for heaven since it makes no sense.
The Bidenator just keeps on winning.
Well, you won't be winning the next one since you're going to be the deciding voter.
Oh, man, you're right, but I'll have enough of a lead anyway. On to the prompt, finding money in an old pair of pants is great. But what's even better is discovering gold in a place I shouldn't say on YouTube, or small loan of $1 million. The gold would be too painful there, and $1 million would be more valuable, so I'm picking that.
I knew you'd make the right decision and finally pick mine, meaning I actually have some points. Unlike Barack, who doesn't have any. Maybe in another video, you'll have a chance of winning.
You may be right, but there are still more rounds for me to catch up, as these ones should have higher point values, so I'm not out of the game yet.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, if that's what you have to tell yourself.
Oh, yeah, the screen does say the point values are doubled, so he could still win. Or better yet, I'll get an even bigger lead than I already have now.
The only one getting a lead here is me, and it's time you two stop denying it.
You can prove it by actually getting in the lead, which you are currently not.
Yeah, anyway, the most embarrassing Google search build a wall has entered. What a dick look like, or how to get out of indictments. I've got to say, I do need to get out of those indictments, so I'm picking that. Currently, I haven't found a solution, but I will.
Besides, what a dick look like can be answered by looking in a mirror.
Get destroyed, Donald. Also, it is my turn to read out the prompt. A secret Six Flags ride only billionaires can go on.
Billionaires like me.
The Trump Tower or Golf Mania.
Finally, someone is putting respect on my name.
It's actually fitting, so I have to pick it now, though Golf Mania would also fit you just the same.
You just can't stop my skills since I'm absolutely dominating this game.
Maybe so, but I'm still not out yet.
He has like 6,000 points and I have none. So if anybody has a chance to beat him, it's you.
You can't beat me, also a good name for a roller derby team composed of nuns. Another answer, YouTube doesn't want us saying or trumping nunnies. Honestly, I don't like either answer, but I think I'll choose this one since it makes slightly more sense with being holy.
Well, Barack finally got some points. First time in quite a while that's happened. Good job.
I sense you are not being completely sincere in your congratulations toward me, but at this point, I'll take what I can get.
What you'll be getting is last place within the next 2 minutes.
That's kind of weird, since right now it looks like you are in last place.
I had not considered that when I made my previous statement.
That's okay. I hope you have learned a lesson about gloating when you have no place to...
I will not be learning any lesson because my gloating will prevail across all of the videos we'll ever make.
Ooh, comics, I remember when I used to read these back in the Sunday newspaper.
Now we get to write our own, or at least a portion of it. The person on the right is who we will be filling in.
Thank you for pointing that out. I was thinking we'd be filling in for the Skies dialogue this whole time.
I don't need your sarcasm, Donald.
And I don't need you at all.
Hey, look, it's another answer involving joeing with a laugh track. That was so funny, and I'm glad it came back multiple times.
I was so distracted by the joeing answer that we forgot to make any jokes and our votes distributed evenly.
That means I will be crowned as the true champion of Quiplash 2. I knew I was going to succeed since the day I was born.
Well, maybe I'll get better next time. I hope the viewers enjoyed, even if some of these answers were at my expense unfairly.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Joeing with Laugh tracks.
Peace out, fellow people.